So there are 37 First Nation groups in Canada under a long-term boil advisory, water boil advisory. Now, 26 of them are in Ontario alone. Now, what this Bill 5 is in Ontario, I believe, that was passed by the Ford government, is encroaching on First Nations land. And this Bill 5 is apparently set in place or made because they want to speed up the process of the Ring of Fire and all the mining that they want to do up there and any further development like pipelines and such. So this will absolutely encroach. Well, the First Nations are claiming that it will encroach on their fresh water. So there's no due process being held where they have to sit down with the First Nations chief and, discuss this and see if it does encroach on fresh water. Again, the First Nations, their lifeline is water, and it is very ritual. It's a very spiritual and holy thing for them, the water. And I disagree with what the Ontario or federal government is trying to do to them right now. Another issue here is the Neskantaga tribe is claiming that when they drink the water, it gives them lesions and eczema. So they can't even bathe in it, let alone be able to drink it. So the problem with that is the Ford government or the Ontario province issued or passed a bill called the Clean Act in 2006 or something. But the problem with that act is it has boundaries and it stops right before the First Nations. So the First Nations have never been protected by the Clean Act bill, the Ontario Clean Act bill. And we're talking about Ontario citizens or Ontario First Nation citizens. They are not protected by this. So again, this article here just keeps showing how corrupt our system really is. Because Ontario should be for all Ontarians. Am I right? Or am I right? None of it is not a province. It's more of a territory. So is that what we have to do in Northern Ontario to settle things the right way? Because the Northern First Nations deserve better.